This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by nhliberty.org. Staying here with Jeff from Colorado Springs. We're at the Ron Paul Meetup Group in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And you've got some proposals for taking the 10th Amendment movement to a point where it's got teeth. What's your plan?
Right. That's what we call the plan, the Five for Freedom. And what we're doing is we're working on developing a set of basic resolutions, the Five for Freedom resolutions. And those resolutions are going to be they're going to go into all the precincts and all the caucuses in the state of Colorado, of which there's about 3,000. The purpose of that is, in the Five for Freedom resolutions, is to actually put teeth into the 10th Amendment resolution that Colorado passed back in 1994, which was a House Joint Resolution 1035. House Joint Resolution 1035, as a resolution, basically sets and states what the sense of the General Assembly is. That's the state telling the federal government, we don't like what you're doing out there, we don't like how you're doing it, and we want you to stop right now. Well, that's like the first half, or the first phase of a 10th Amendment program. The second half is that you have to enact into law, into actual statutory law in that state, statutes that actually defeat the purposes of the federal mandates and the federal programs and the federal spending within that particular state. Resolutions have no force of law, okay, but statutes do. So in order to get that understanding, what we've done with the Five for Freedom program is that we've put in 5 different resolutions, from the general to the very specific, that first state in each resolution a statement of intent of what the resolution is for, and then gives a number of points against each one of the statements of intent that describe what bills the state legislature, the General Assembly, needs to enact into law in order to put teeth behind stopping the federal government's incursions into the state of Colorado.
So with this process, what can the average person do to assist you with this process?
Well, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and have the infrastructure of the 10th Amendment Center, which you can find at 10thamendmentcenter.org. It's all spelled out, 10thamendmentcenter.org. We're going to try and have the 10th Amendment Center infrastructure, which has developed websites and developed organizations in all 50 states, get to agree to run this program nationwide, to take these Five for Freedom resolutions and put them into every state that they have an active group operating in that state. The purpose is that those resolutions can be taken down to the lowest level of the political system, the precinct or the ward. Some states have wards, some have precincts, but taken into the wards and precincts, and to get those people to pass within their precinct the resolutions, which then get passed up to the next level at the county level and pass through county assemblies, which then go up to the state conventions, and then they become part of the party platform, whether Democratic or Republican.
Why not just propose a law that has a penalty for violation?
Well, the reason is you have to build support. If you're going to get a law passed, an actual law passed through the legislature, you have to have a base of support. And the purpose behind the Five for Freedom resolutions is to build that base of support right at the grassroots level in each precinct in the state, and then translate that upward into specific direction in the party platform, telling the candidates and current elected officials that this is the standard that they're going to be held to in office.
Now, would this work in every state, and does this need to be done in every state, or?
Well, every state that wants to be free, it needs to be done. If they don't want to be free, it doesn't have to be done.
I see. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, it needs.
Because I never remember anything like this going on in New Hampshire when we got a law through.
Oh no. No, there is. A lot of people aren't aware of how this process works, because a lot of this is done through party insiders.
Yeah.
And what we've been trying to encourage people to do is become more of the party insiders by becoming involved in the actual party infrastructure in their county, their precinct, their county, and their state.
All right, good. Well, thanks a lot, Jeff, and we'll see how it works out.
Thank you, and I hope everybody, when they see it up here, they pick it up and do it in their state.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance. They're attempting to make a clean sweep against politicians that are authoritarian and laws that are authoritarian. But they need your help. Join them at nhliberty.org. Again, that's nhliberty.org. Fighting to keep you free. Fighting at the State House every day. Oh, and I should say, don't join them. Join us, because I am a member of the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance. nhliberty.org.